Joining us now, NewsNation contributor Denise Gitsham. Thank you. Welcome, as always. What now? What do you think the DOJ does with this, given the relationship with the president and his thoughts on the matter?
Well, it seems as though the Trump administration isn't entirely all in on pursuing this. You know, it's interesting. I worked at the DOJ under AG Ashcroft, and sort of this contempt issue wasn't really taken seriously before. I mean, people didn't generally do this. It wasn't until President Biden's AG, Merrick Garland, pursued contempt proceedings at the DOJ that there was some precedent established for doing this. So that's kind of ironic, isn't it, given what we're dealing with today in terms of how partisan it's become. But, you know, I don't really know what's going to happen. There's people a lot smarter than me in the Office of Legal Policy at the Department of Justice who live for these kinds of scenarios, and they're going to be able to determine what makes the most sense. I don't know if there's that political desire on the administration's part, maybe because of what might come out as a result of further pursuing the truth. But, you know, we'll find out, and it's going to be a popcorn moment. I'm sure all Americans on the edge of their seats. And, you know, Marnie, one thing I just want to point out, I think the big overriding point is I feel like all Americans deserve the truth. 1.2 million Americans died in COVID. That's 1 in every 280 Americans. We all know someone who died or who suffered as a result of what Fauci proposed, and we deserve to know the truth. Should not be a partisan issue.
And Republicans maintain that Fauci should answer those questions under oath before Congress. Democrats have said they'd like to table the issue. They were unsuccessful in doing so, but want more information. They want access to the information. So as people watch this morning, where does that leave them in terms of actually getting answers about the COVID origins and some of the guidelines that were insisted upon?
Well, clearly the Democrats who voted on partisan lines, which baffles me. I mean, I guess now I'm starting to understand why so many people within their own party are against the establishment Democrats. It's because they want to hide and conceal and protect their own at the expense of Americans and the truth. I'm starting to understand this push from the left for the people, and I'm starting to understand why, you know, as much as I hate socialism, I understand the push to get these people who are just protecting themselves and these principles instead of the people and the truth. You know, this is something, again, I don't understand why this is a partisan issue. All Americans were affected by COVID. All Americans deserve the truth. We should all be willing to do whatever it takes to give it to them. And for some reason, it's only the Republicans who are willing. And I hope voters take notice, because if you want to do something as damaging as possible to establishing faith in the government, then just continue to do what Democrats are doing, because it's doing absolutely nothing to help answer very valid questions that affected all Americans.
Well, the question now becomes, will they prosecute, the DOJ, that is? Denise, thanks as always for the time.